Welcome back to my guide to Farewell in Celeste, Chapter 9. Fully beginner-friendly guide, might I add, with my own amateur strats getting me through this chapter, if with a few attempts needed. Hope you enjoyed part 1, if you watched that. And welcome to the second checkpoint, Power Source. So, this room... yeah, let's just get straight into it. This room, not a lot going on at first, but then, ooh, what's this? So we find the jellyfish hang glider. Gonna go with jellyfish hang glider. So yeah, so carry with left L2, so the grab button, and it's a bit tricky to describe how this feels. If you hold down, you'll go down faster. If you let go of grab, which is a very important part of this, you will just let it go. You can jump while you've got it, but you can't dash. You can jump and, in fact, jump off of walls, but you can't, as I say, you can't dash. Now, I'll get into some more advanced tech for this when it becomes necessary, but that's... not needed right now. Okay, so with this one, there is a path at the top. I do not know how to get there, and it's too hard to just float down here. These streams kill the jellyfish, but they can go through the electricity if you let them go mid-flight. So we'll see some of that later on as well. So this one, so yeah, easy first room. For this room, we need our jellyfish, and we take them all the way over here, and then we let go like that. So, yeah, you just get your jellyfish to this middle platform however you need to, and then that's one of the advanced techniques there. So not too bad, first couple of rooms, just learning how to use the jellyfish more than anything. For this one, this is just teaching you that you can jump out and grab hold of it with your dash like that. So nothing to the room, just first few rooms getting you used to how the jellyfish work. There was our little bird friend, who we are chasing through this space-themed landscape. Right, so jellyfish again, and here we go. So this is the first sort of tricky thing, and I did really well there. Right, so you want to jump off the edge with the jellyfish here, and then what I do is I turn back round. Okay, maybe that's not what I do. How do I do this? Can't actually remember. So, yeah, ignore what I was trying to do before, that was overly complicated. So you can just let go of the jellyfish when you're under this gap and dash upwards, and there we go. Not too bad at all. So for this one, don't do that. So what this is teaching you is you can dash straight up and into the jellyfish. If you're holding down grab, you will shoot straight upwards, which is useful. So shoot straight upwards, and then you can mooch on over to this spring. As per usual, if you hit a spring, you regain your dash, so you'll get your dash back there, and then you've got it for this. And so you just dash upwards like that, and onto the next screen. So skipping all cutscenes to keep spoilers out of the gameplay, but yeah, so this is the big main room of this checkpoint, Power Source, and the name is appropriate in a minute. So, basically, what is the objective for this room? Well, the objective for this room is to take that orange ball all the way up through these keys, or rather where the keys are, up to the top there. Now, so what does that mean? Well, it means two things. It means we need to clear out these keys. That's the main thing. But what does that mean? Well, actually, it means we need to explore this room and find a way to get said keys in the first place. And you can see there are interesting things like, there's a jellyfish in the electricity. Oh, there's a double dash crystal, or gem, whatever you want to call it, in the electricity. So the first thing we actually have to do is find a way to turn off the power. Now, I don't know if this is the intended route or not. There's a couple of different ways of going about this. You can see it's a bit of a maze, and there's clearly paths you're meant to take when you have got the electricity off. But anyway, so what I do is I actually take this thing this way, haha, sneaky, and that gets you over here, and this gets you your first double crystal, right? So great, we've got double crystal. What does that mean? That means we can go up here, So we climb our way up to the top, go through there, and then we can dash over that to end up in this room, open this door, and we've got the double crystal available to us from here. Now the cool thing is this door will now stay open, so even if we die, we don't need to do that again with that sideways ball. We can in fact go up here, and you can see this is where that door used to be. So this remains open to us now. So great, so now we've got this double jump, so we want to keep hold of it. So here's the sneaky bit. So we need the double dash to get through this section here. So double dash your way through there like that, and happy days. And now we follow the path up the top. This is a bit of a thinking man's area. And now that bit looks complicated and hard to do, and you might think, oh, I've got to do something funky with dashes and grabbing walls and stuff. Well, actually, the answer is up here, because if you go up here, all right, there's not a lot you can do in the room at the moment, but there is a jelly. So let's grab our jellyfish, come back down. Oh, and he's dead. Never mind. Let me go get another one. Mistakes were made. Right, okay, so keep hold of your jellyfish. Remember to hold grab the whole time. And then jump over here, and then we just float gracefully down. You don't need to press down to speed up. I'm just showing a very minuscule amount of swag. And then we open this door, and again, this door stays open for us as well, so that's useful. So now we have this jellyfish available to us. Isn't that lovely? And so what this gives us is the ability to hit this spring with this jelly up here, and then we can get up into this room. Now actually what you want to do is grab this as well. So now we've got this, a double dash and the jellyfish. So we hover here and we die. Hoping you can sort of see where we're aiming for there. So let me grab this, go over here and grab my jellyfish. So we've got the jellyfish and we've got the double dash, which is what we need. Jump onto this spring. And again, there might be better ways of doing this room, I don't know, but this is what's worked for me in the past. So that's a bit of a scary jump, and it takes a bit of practice. So you can just dash out of the jellyfish and you'll go straight up. So don't worry too much about letting go of the jellyfish. You can just dash straight out of it. No, sorry, I am telling a lie. You do need to let go. So you need to let go of the jellyfish and then dash straight up, which can take a bit of getting used to. Now this thing here, this power source, power box, you need to dash into it to open it and then dash into it again to break it. So we will see those again much later. But yes, that is the big trick to this room. And now that will also stay open, which is handy. So how does that actually help us? So now we've got an electricity-free room. What does that mean? Well, what it means is we can go into all these little side passages that were either locked to us before or only somewhat useful, and we can finish off the room. So for this room, not too bad. You grab your jellyfish. Now this is more teaching you mechanic. Let's take a look at here. So you can see there's just a big chasm over there. Now how do we reach that far? Right, well first I need to respawn my jellyfish. So we grab the jellyfish and we jump off. Now this is teaching you this mechanic. So if you let go and then you dash upwards like that, you can actually grab it again. Now let me just do that again without being terrible. So this is worth practicing. Hold right, hold grab, hold up and diagonal, let go, and then dash again, and it will give you back some speed. So let me just show you that again. So hold grab and up right, let go, and then dash immediately and re-grab, and it'll fling you up and to the right, and you'll grab back hold of your jellyfish, and it'll give you a bit of a boost. So very important tech, I would say. So get used to that. It looks daunting at first, but it's not too bad. Okay, so then we come up to this screen here, up to this room, and we have let's have a, oh gosh, sorry, I changed my controller recently to make them not do, it used to be square to sort them out. Right, so let's have another look here. Okay, so this looks a bit more complicated. So what are we looking at here? Well, if I look at this middle bit, so at the top we've got glowing spikes where Madeline can't pass through, and at the bottom we've got this waterfall-y type, I don't know, glowy barrier where our friend the jellyfish cannot pass through. So let me show you that in action first. So let me first grab this. So up there, Madeline dies. And down here, the jellyfish disappears. So what the trick here is, let go of the jellyfish. Did you see all of that? So you want to let go of the jellyfish so that it can float through the spikes, which don't hurt it. And then when Madeline falls, she can dash through the waterfall into the double dash crystal. And then you can use it to dash up and then again to the right and re-grab your jellyfish. That will give you jellyfish more height and you can float over to the key. So not the most intuitive thing, but it's again a very important part of this chapter is learning to let go of the jellyfish and re-grab them and let them float through areas that Madeline can't go, and put them through the safe zones where they can go and that sort of thing. So that's our first two keys. I mean, they don't need to go in any order. You can just keep hold of the keys. And that's the two rooms over to the left, done and dusted. Okay, so now we come over here to the, the first two rooms over to the right are done and dusted, I should say. And now we're over here to the left. So bottom left room, again, let's just have a quick look at what are we seeing here. Okay, so something looking very scary. If you don't really know how to deal with this, it can be a bit overwhelming. The trick, and here is another cool bit of jellyfish tech. If you let go of a jellyfish, all right, let me try that. Let me just see if I can do it first. There you go. Okay, so if you let go of a jellyfish near a wall, it will bounce off that wall straight back at you. And so if you do it close enough, Madeline will still be underneath, and you can then dash directly upwards and re-grab the jellyfish like that. The direct upwards grab will give you the momentum that you need to clear the spikes, and then you can do the trick again with the gem in the middle there. So make sure you grab that. You need to get quite close to the spikes in order for the bounce to work. So if you kind of do it over here, you know, you'll be too far away. Madeline will have fallen too far. So don't be afraid to get right up in those spikes' face in order to pull off that tech. So not too bad. Turned it nicer than I intended. So that was bottom right, top right, bottom left, and now top left. So this is the room we were in earlier where we grabbed the jellyfish, and now we can see all this cool stuff available to us. Sorry, that was just me messing around. Now, this is a bit of a tricky room. Took me a few tries to get used to this. So grab your jelly, and then what you need to do is bounce into the spring on the left. That will set it going up, and then it will fling you over to the right, and you can bounce into the spring on the right, just like that. Now that will send you straight back into that wall of spikes, and you might think, how is that helpful? Well, it's helpful because of the technology, because of the technique you just learned in the previous room. So bounce, bounce, let go, dash up, bounce again, double crystal, bounce again, dash up, and there's the key. Did you see all of that? Let me do it again. And I'll try. I mean, you can't really slow it down, unfortunately, but I'll try and explain. And that's one of the how you can mess it up. Don't do that. If you want, you can dash on that one first, and then the key was up there somewhere. Happy days. I'll do it one more time. Annoyingly, if you lose your jellyfish, you always have to either just die or respawn the room. Okay. My mistake. Right. Grab the jelly. Spring, wall dash. Okay. Let me see if I can do better. Spring, wall climb, spring, wall. Oh dear, that was a bit too ambitious with that. All right, last try. Otherwise, I will just have to hope you've seen enough. Right. Okay, I was too fast for my jelly, but you get the idea. Takes a bit of getting used to, but nothing too tragic. So good luck. Now, you might think we've done top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. And is that not everything that there is to do? Well, unfortunately not. There is one more key, and is non-obvious. So the key is actually up here. And it's definitely non-obvious because it looks like the wall continues there. But actually, if you go up here, there's a little sneaky room for us to explore. And another one of these telescope guys. So our favorite multi-button door thing to try and get through. Very nice. With one of those with spikes everywhere. Looks painful. Well, it is actually quite painful, this room. Took me a while to figure it out. It's a bit of a puzzle. As ever, the order of those buttons is quite important. Let's see if I can remember and get it on the first go. And I will explain what I do after that. Yeah, so whether that's the intended route or not, I'm not 100% sure, but it does the job. Why don't I try that again, though, just to get a sense of it. So, over to the right, up, and there you go. So now you're floating. The only thing you can do with any safety there is get the double crystal. That gives you a double dash near a wall, so you'll want to just go... Oh. Well, I failed that, didn't I? So you want to use the wall bounce thing to go straight up, as we've been doing last couple of rooms. Ugh. See, I'm not close enough to the wall. As I said, you really need to get right up and personal with that wall. So let's try that again. There we go. Then I use the kind of diagonal grabbing thing, and that gets me all of those. And as long as you get the double crystal on the way back down, it's not too bad. And then you can use that. And there you are. Happy days. I wonder if you can get back. No. Alright, so, and that is our final key. Now there is some speedrun strat, which people, I've seen it done, I've not even tried it myself. You can skip all of that nonsense. And hey, if you want to give that a go, then more power to you. It involves getting a jelly up here into this room, setting it off, floating, and then jumping into this so that you are able to re-grab the jelly in the middle, and then you can go up straight up. I don't know, it looks hard. Big skip, fully intended by the developers, but hey, we've just done all the hard work to open up this path, so let's go for that instead. And there we go, straight up, straight through all of this. Music changes, ascendancy, and that's the next checkpoint already. So that might take you a few tries. Hopefully this video was helpful to get through the power source. Lots to learn with the jellyfish, especially if it's the first time you're coming across it, and it will be because it's the first time you meet it in the game. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.